And it was after the death of Joshua that the children of Israel asked of the Lord, saying, Who shall go up for us first against the Canaanites to fight against them? The Lord said to Judah shall go up. Behold, I have given the land into his hand. Judah said to Simeon his brother, Come up with me into my lot. We will fight against the Canaanites, and I will also go with you into your lot. Simeon went with him. Judah went up, and the Lord gave the Canaanites and the Perizzites into their hands. They smote them in Bezek, 10,000 men. They found Adonai Bezek and fought with him, and they smote the Canaanites and the Perizzites, and Adonai Bezek fled, and they pursued him, and they caught him and cut off his thumbs and his great toes. Adonai Bezek said, 70 kings, having their thumbs and their great toes cut off, gathered food under my table, as I have done, so has God punished me. They brought him to Jerusalem, and he died there. Children of Judah fought against Jerusalem and captured it, and smote it at the edge of the sword, and set the city on fire. And afterward the children of Judah went down to fight against the Canaanites, the inhabitants of the mountains of the south and of the lowland. Judah went to the Canaanites that dwelt in Hebron now. The name of Hebron formerly had been Kirjath Arba, and they smote Sheshai and Amiman and Talmai. And from there he went to the inhabitants of Debir. Now the name of Debir formerly had been Kirjath Sepher. Caleb said, He that shall smite Kirjath Sepher, capture it, to him will I give Achsah my daughter for a wife. And Othniel the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, captured it, and he gave him Achsah his daughter for a wife. And it was when she came to him that she persuaded him to ask of her father the field, and she learned off the donkey. And Caleb said to her, What is wanting to you? She said to him, Give me a blessing, for you have given me dry land, and you should give me springs of water. And Caleb gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. And the children of Kenai, the father-in-law of Moses, went up from the city of date palms with the children of Judah into the wilderness of Judah, which is south of Arad. And he went and dwelt with the people, and Judah went with Simeon his brother, and they smote the Canaanites that inhabited Sophed, and they destroyed it and called the name of the city Chormah. Judah captured Gaza and its territory, and Ashkelon with its territory, and Ekron with its territory. And the Lord was with Judah, and they drove out the inhabitants of the mountains, but they could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley, for they had iron chariots. And they gave Hebron to Caleb as Moses had spoken, and he drove out from there the 3 sons of the giant. The children of Benjamin did not drive out the Jebusites that inhabited Jerusalem, and the Jebusites dwelt with the children of Benjamin in Jerusalem until this day. In the house of Joseph they also went up to Bethel, and the Lord was with them, and the house of Joseph caused to spy Bethel. Now the name of the city formerly was Luz. The watchers saw a man leave the city, and they said to him, Show us now the entrance to the city, and we will deal kindly with you. And he showed them the entrance of the city, and they struck the city with the edge of the sword, but the man and his entire family they let go. And the man went to the land of the Hittites and built a city, and called its name Luz, and is its name until this day. And Manasseh did not drive out the inhabitants of Bethshean, and its towns, Tanakh and its towns, the inhabitants of Dor, and its towns, the inhabitants of Yeblim, and its towns, the inhabitants of Megiddo, and its towns. And the Canaanites wanted to remain in this land. And it was when Israel became strong that they put the Canaanites to tribute, but they did not drive them out. And Ephraim did not drive out the Canaanites that dwelt in Jazer, and the Canaanites dwelt among them in Jazer. Zebulun did not drive out the inhabitants of Kitron, nor the inhabitants of Nahalol. The Canaanites dwelt among them and became tributary. Asher did not drive out the inhabitants of Akko, nor the inhabitants of Zidon, nor of Achlab, nor of Achzib, nor of Chalbah, nor of Aphik, nor of Rechab. And the Asherites dwell among the Canaanites, the inhabitants of the land, for they did not drive them out. Naphtali did not drive out the inhabitants of Beth Shemesh, nor the inhabitants of Beth Anath, and he dwelt among the Canaanites. The inhabitants of the land and the inhabitants of Beth Shemesh and of Beth Anath became tributary to them. The Amorites forced the children of Dan to the mountain, for they would not let them come down to the valley. The Amorites wanted to remain on Mount Charas and Aelon and in Shalbim, but the hand of the house of Joseph prevailed, and they became tributary. And the border of the Amorites was from Malay Akrabim, from the rock upward.